What if we just give her what she wants?
Flip on mobiles? You been dipping in the goddamn product?
Kill him.
You out of your motherfucking mind.
Oh, his guard's down, man. He came to town to get his money and leave.
I need to end this now, Tommy.
Oh boy. Yo, that doggone crossover when it happens with Powerball 4 Force and Powerball 2 Ghost, man, that shit is gonna be insane. That shit is gonna really be insane because we're gonna probably see like, Tommy and Ghost. I mean not Tommy and Ghost, Tommy and Tariq together. I kinda do wanna see like an interaction between like Tariq and D Mac. I really do. Because D-Mac, he's a mathematical genius, right? And Tariq, he's the son of Ghost, so it's just like he got like the bad traits, the manipulative ways, he's book smart, but it's just like, damn, I kind of want to see how that's gonna happen. Shit, I even want to see a JP and Tariq. Shit, I want to see that shit too. Like, oh, like this is. He's like, yeah, I know him from another time and shit. Like, like I would love to see that, but. Regarding like Blanca Rodriguez coming after both Tommy and Tariq, I got some ideas on that because frankly I was thinking about like the three people that would go to jail, right? Between either Merkovich, Jannard, or Walter Flynn. Because I said my piece about how I feel about Jannard, where if he doesn't die, then most likely he's going to probably go to jail and understand the same lessons that Diamond understood when he went to jail. And it changed Diamond where instead of him thinking like emotionally and doing things out of emotion, he always thought about things strategically, right? And then I was like, Paul Lee, seeing how like Claudia and Vic, they kind of like separated from Walter after the fuck shit that Walter did, I was thinking that this would be the perfect time for Paul Lee to turn in Walter because Paul Lee always had like a soft spot for Vic and he always chose Vic, because he was like, well, if you are going to get out the city and stuff, like, I will help you, this and that and stuff. He always chose him and stuff because I think Paul Lee sees Vic as more like the son that he always wanted, I would say, because, Paul Lee does have a kid, but his kid is on drugs, so there's nothing much that's going to be said there and stuff. But Merkovich, seeing how now that the Serbs is on board because, there's a bunch of dead bodies and shit, and the Four Horsemen is basically dead, there's a possibility that I was thinking that maybe Tommy and Tariq might actually use the Serbs in a favor because back in Power Book 2 Ghost, Detective Whitman was looking on like his board, and it was like the Serbian network. And Tariq haven't gotten involved with the Serbs yet. And this would be a perfect opportunity for Power Book 2 Season 3 of Ghost, where he actually gets involved with the Serbs and stuff. Because we know, he wanted to get out in the last season. Like, he wanted to get, like, I think it was either $2 million or $3 million from Mecca and then get out the business forever. But, seeing how Mecca's dead, and Blanca Rodriguez is on this case, he has no choice but to work with the Tejada family. And I don't really see the Tejada family, working with, Tommy and his crew and his family. I don't really see that happening. I think it's just only going to be strictly a Tariq and Tommy, like, event and stuff. Now, when it comes down to, like, maybe the people in Tariq's circle of trust, it would probably be Braden. I think probably it might be Braden and Tariq, maybe Effie, probably meeting maybe Tommy, maybe D-Mac, and maybe JP, who knows, right? Out of that whole event, I think so. I think it probably might be. And I think it probably will be maybe Tariq and Tommy working together and trying to like figure a way of, okay, Blanca Rodriguez knows too much. Now, will they kill her? See, I don't know. No. I don't think so. Because here's what I think. After when Blanca Rodriguez is probably like wrapping things up with, See, cause I was like maybe after when she finished like wrapping things up with Tariq, and then she gets like the papers on her desk and be like, oh, look, check this out. And then she goes over and be like, wait a minute, in Chicago? Like, oh shit. And then she goes to Chicago, right? And then she probably tells Tariq maybe last second, like, oh, don't you know that Tommy's alive, this and that and stuff. And then maybe Tariq warns Tommy that way and be like, well, Blanca Rodriguez, she's coming after you now. I'm just, giving you the heads up and stuff. Or this is just going to, like, wrap up in maybe, like, the last episode of Power Book 2 Ghost Season 3, where there might be, like, the big crossover where she's, like, tying up connections, because if it is true that maybe Tariq is probably will be working with the Serbs and stuff, right? And then Tommy has connections with the Serbs, so it could be maybe they just go after the Serbs together and stuff, and they put the blame on the Serbs and have her go after them instead and stuff, and then maybe get a hold of the records somehow. Ooh, yeah. Get a hold of the records and maybe destroy the records of ever Tommy being a thing. I mean, it's still. Ooh, yeah. Maybe like maybe having either Cooper Sacks or Davis, somebody getting like the files or whatever of Tommy, and then Tariq destroys it. Because keep in mind, Tariq did help Tommy fake his own death. So why not have it be the same way, where Tariq would help destroy maybe evidence, so that way Blanca Rodriguez won't come after Tommy. Like, I mean, even though they are setting it up, now hear me out, even though they are setting it up where she will probably come after him, but what if there's a way where she doesn't? Like, it's just a big setup for it to be like, oh yeah, she's going to, but what if she doesn't? And they still keep it as a Chicago thing, right? Just saying, like it can happen, but I don't think it's gonna probably happen that way. I think it's gonna be, Blanca Rodriguez coming after them both, and they're gonna have to figure out a plan. But I think the only logical thing to do is to pin the blame, have her go after the Serbs, right? Drop any sort of connection that she trying to come after Tommy, and just go after the Serbs, because we've seen her kind of bend the law at one point in time where I think it has something to do with Dre. Oh yeah, because she asked Dre, did James St. Patrick tell you that he was gonna kill Terry Sullivan? And then he lied and said yeah, and then all it was just to get James St. Patrick. So she's not, very clean on bending the law. Like, if she has to bend the law to her own will, then she will.
Did James St. Patrick tell you that he killed Terry Silver? You actually saw James St. Patrick kill Terry Silver?
Yes.
Choke?
I saw him choke that motherfucker and shit. He didn't stop.
But if it's to, go after something big and major, maybe, she might do it again, bend the law and be like, okay, forgetting Tommy for now, and then go after the Serbs because they're much more bigger, but then might come after Tommy later, right? Who knows, right? Who knows? And then for Tariq, I mean, this, like, see, she can come after Tariq, but what can you get from Tariq? I feel like Tommy's a more bigger fish than Tariq. He's a more bigger fish because he's still going to be doing the drug game and stuff, while Tariq is trying to ease his way out of the game. So I think it's going to be maybe after she's finished with the Serbs, maybe she might come after Tommy. And then it could be like a, fair thing. We're like, all right, because she wouldn't fully know what Tommy is doing. Because it would be the same way when Tommy was in New York City, and there was all these, like, the drug warehouses, all this evidence that was on Tommy, but it was never proven. Stuff that was, like, she heard about him, and things that she could have went after him for, but it was never proven. So maybe this time it would be the same way, but he gives her the Serbs instead of him, and they make a deal that way, right? And could be the same way for, like, Tariq, get the Serbs, forget them and shit, move along, right? But who knows? Let me know what you guys think about, maybe, Tommy and Tariq using the Serbs, and she goes after them instead of you know, them individually. But, you know, like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll catch you all in the next one.